So that's the reason why this orchard is pruned the way it is. Two reasons. One, it was not pruned well when it was young, and then it was left abandoned, and now it's been pruned to make it a pedestrian-friendly orchard that is for pick your own, and not necessarily for production, okay? But it is what it is. So here we're looking at a young tree that has been browsed heavily by deer. And there's another example right there of a young tree. So if you don't protect your trees from deer browsing, that's what you're going to end up with. And that tree, the only pruning that really needs to happen to that tree, because it's never going to be a productive tree, is to use a one-cut pruning method right at the base. Because it's never going to be a productive tree. And so deer, their teeth aren't very close together. They always leave a little ragged spot. Right here is where deer have browsed in the last little bit, but I can see years and years of deer browsing here. Once the tree gets a little bit larger, they don't do as much browsing, although they still reach up into a tree. And there's an orchard down at Romeo High Cider Mill. In fact, I think Don carries their cider. Jimmy Goldstein. I have pictures of deer with their front legs up into a tree, and they're reaching up about 8 feet. And Jim didn't have any fruit from ground level where you're supposed to be all the way up to 8 feet because the deer pressure was just so darn tough. And so you got to be really careful about deer, and there's really no easy solution other than fencing. Okay. So pruning on a tree like this is a little different than what we described inside. Does it have a central leader?
No.
Not really. It's got a crotch right here that is weak. And what's going to happen someday to this tree, when this limb, if this limb ever has enough fruit on, it's going to break. And it's going to break right here because of this narrow crotch. So you could decide to take it off right now, or you could decide to say, oh, I'll leave it and get some fruit off the tree until it begins to bear more fruit. But it's never going to be that nice Christmas tree shape that we described earlier. Now, if you do happen to have a tree like this in your backyard, and you want to try to create a central leader tree, where's Don? Can I whack away at it?
Go ahead. It's a demo tree.
That's one less than the other.
It's a demo tree. So if this was your tree,
Hey, he gives us $3 an hour. I'll keep track of time for you.
$3 an hour.
Paid.
You're on the clock now. So this is all these limbs have been browsed on so many years that they're essentially unproductive, unfruitful. I'm going to show you one thing you couldn't know. So this limb is going to break off essentially, right here, because I can see by the bark it's not welded well. It's got a layer of inclusion. I also talked about the tree should be a nice pipeline from bigger to smaller to smaller. Look, you've got some big limbs up here. So I'm going to come back and fix this later.
Get this all.
Okay, guys, 2 weeks ago today, I was, cut it lower, cut it away. Where you on? Right there, yep. I'm 2 weeks out.
You can do it.
I'm 2 weeks out from a colon resection. You know what that is?
Yeah.
Take out a 12-inch section of my colon. So I'm coming back from a surgery here that isn't real pretty, and I don't have a lot of strength. Thank you. So that's one cut.
Now we got to go to Walmart.
Now, if I want to try to create a central leader on this tree, I could do this. So here's my leader.
I'll hurt it a bit.
No girl.
It's not perfectly straight, but it is a leader, and this would be to take a way to take a kind of a tree that's been abused. And I see if you turn around and look at the tree on the other side of that lane, that's really what happened to that tree too. Okay, so it is possible. Now on this tree, I would tip it still, and a fine point here about tipping. Out in the orchard, I'd like to tip to a bud that is facing into the wind. So here we're looking at most of the wind coming from the west, or the northwest, or the north, and so I would tip to a bud like this guy right here, just above it, this bud is going to grow into the wind and kind of come back a little bit because the wind is going to bring it back. If I were to cut to a bud on this side of the tree, the wind would sweep it over and maybe pull it right over. So what's going to happen to this tree? This summer, you're going to get a lot of suckers to grow. You're going to get a number of buds to here. Maybe you'll get a nice set of scaffold branches right here. And instead of having the tree have fruit all the way to the ground, it's going to be a higher branch tree, but it'll be okay. Now, I didn't prune this limb off yet, but in a few years, this might go. But I'm going to let it have some fruit on just to give the tree a little bit of balance this year, more than anything else. It's not pretty, but it is possible to do. There's a stub. Talked about taking off stubs. Questions? Let's keep moving.